Hi, this is Ben at Robot Owl, and I'm going to be talking about one of my favorite tools for teaching kids to program. It's called Lightbot. It's a great way to get any kid started programming, give them their first programming experience. It plays like a game, but it teaches basic programming in a really great way. So I'll show you what it looks like. First, I'm going to search Google for Lightbot Hour of Code. The Hour of Code program happens every December, and it's a way to get kids to have their first hour programming or using code in any kind of way. So lots of different applications have an Hour of Code version that's free, easy to get started. So Lightbot Hour of Code, this Hour of Code Lightbot result, clicking on that. And now the Lightbot Hour of Code page gives me a couple options. I can use an app. There's an iPhone and iPad Hour of Code Lightbot app. There's an Android one that works on phones and tablets, and there's an in-browser one that uses Flash. So I'm going to click on that since I'm using a browser. They're all the same. So here it is. I got to scroll down just a tiny bit. You can see it has a little cute character. This is Lightbot. I'm going to click play, and you can browse to different levels, basics, procedures, loops. It gets pretty complex, but we're just going to start on basics. You click on the character to start. It'll give you some options of levels. You start on level 1. So here's the character. It gives you a little intro saying you can tap anywhere to continue. I need your help to light up the blue tiles. Then it tells me about these different commands that are at the bottom of the screen. The walk command that goes forward. The light command that lights up a tile. And then it gives you this little guide of a hand saying tap here, tap there again, and then tap the light bulb. So you saw those appeared over here in the main program. Forward, forward, light bulb. Now if I click run, it's going to do forward, forward, light bulb. There you go. And then you can go on to the next level. Now just to show you how it works, let's say I had some kind of error. It's only going to go forward and then light up. You see the Lightbot character tried to light up the blue tile, but it wasn't on the blue tile, so it didn't work. And I can just retry, take something away, fix it, and rerun. And that gives kids this experience of having a bug being no big deal, it being easy to resolve, easy to go back and test. That starts getting really important when you get into turns, where people start confusing left and right turns. So this is usually the spot where kids first make a mistake. They say forward, forward, and then they see on the screen that the character has to turn to what looks like my right. And they click on the right turn and say, okay, and then it needs to go forward, forward, right turn, and forward, forward, light bulb. That should work, right? And then instead, this happens. The character's turning to the right. It's not working. They say, wait, it's not fair. What's going on? And that's what's delightful about this, is it gives a very lightweight, very low stakes way to make mistakes in code and then have the experience of debugging them and trying to figure out, wait, if I put myself in the computer's shoes, and I turned right, oh, I see, I would be turning to my right. And so then kids can have that experience of replacing those turns with left turns and getting it correct. So I'm going to skip over the rest of the details. There's lots more levels. They start to get more and more complicated. They introduce concepts like the Lightbot can jump. There's multiple blue tiles that need to be lit up. There's procedures. You need to define a procedure that's like forward, forward, right turn, and then do that procedure over and over and over. It's all introduced pretty gently. I do find that kids come up with questions and get stuck and need help from an adult. And sometimes the answer is far from obvious. So you may find yourself as an adult challenged as well. And that's a great thing because these things are not necessarily obvious. It's not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to be engaging, and the challenge is supposed to be fun. I encourage you to check it out and let me know what you think.